my babies, I've been missing from the surface of the social media earth for a while now, and just like F1, I'm back to disrupt your daily lives. My name is Mama Ju and you're watching House Hunt with Ju. Recently, as the private property market starts to cool off, we're seeing more and more of you approaching me telling me that your properties are not selling. And you ask me why? I ask you back the same question, and often this is what I've been told. My agent said that it's a good buy. And you know what? I'm going to do a PSA. Since you don't like hearing where to buy, I'm going to tell you exactly where you should not be buying, in my humble 2.18 cents opinions. Here are my top few picks of the most tui districts that you should totally avoid, or at least in the next 3 to 5 years lah. Buy a really sure up lorry, otherwise also like F1, your prices down the other way. In order to use this, I'm going to use my auntie's property cuckoo's sexy numbers instead today. These insights are unfortunately only available to subscribed agents, and since they are the monopoly of property listings, then I'm afraid to say that they are pretty accurate. And your ability to exit the property that you're going to buy is going to be dependent on two things: demand and supply. And as a seller, you also want to know two things: that you're able to sell your property at a high price in a short amount of time. This is why you need to up your supply and demand game to know exactly where to buy to be able to exit next time. Coming up in no order of importance, just like how my words are to you, we have this category called the CBD and CBD Fringes. Simply put, in these areas, you will find extremely high supply met with extremely low demand. If you have any properties in these areas, I would say cut your losses. It's going to take time to sell. Let it go just like a toxic relationship and restart your lives, because you ain't getting any younger, my friend. Vivid reminders daily. And then we have those people who are telling you that in the outskirts of Singapore, you'll be able to find exorbitant growth, which is most definitely not entirely true. We have this area particularly that I'm always contested about, which is the Mandai, Upper Thomson, Lentor area. But these stats I must say first, there's so much supply that's being introduced into Lentor. Of course, the supply side is going to be extremely high. And so if you're really taking a gamble for the much longer term, your safest unsafe bet over here would be a 3 or 5 bedroom. And then we have the northern spectrum of town in Woodlands. I would take this with a pinch of salt because the demand and the supply here are exceptionally low, because we actually haven't considered the supply in JB. And last but not least, we have the two spectrum of the island in the west side and the east side. Changi and Boon Lay all together. Their attributes are quite similar because currently they are not exactly experiencing a high number of supply in these areas, but demand is slowly catching up but not exactly there yet. So I would say that holding this past a 5 years mark would relatively improve their game. I would say that the east side might present slightly better opportunities than the west side currently. And you know what? To my surprise, D1 and D9 did not make this list at all. Well, I stand corrected, but they are doing better than I expected. Anyhow, that is about half of Singapore that you can't buy. If you really want to know where to buy, my name is Mama Ju, and you can always reach out to me to help you make better real estate decisions today. Shall we do HDB next? Okay, thanks, bye!